Yo, what's going on YouTube? West here from East West Gaming.
And I'm East and got another, brilliant adventure.
Yes, Pokémon Crystal. We're going from Ecruteak City to Olivine.
So let's get started then on our journey. Where did you say you're from?
Route 38, Olivine City to Ecruteak City.
So at least we know we're on the right path.
Yeah, I mean, just to explore, do some trainer battles, you know.
Ooh, bird type Pokemon.
Yeah, I love them. Bird Keeper Toby. Wow.
I mean, to be fair, Dojo, shouldn't be flying since no one has ever properly explained how they can fly.
Flightless bird against flying bird. Flying word is Victor.
However, don't you think about it? Like
their heads sort of spin around really quick like this, so they can create like a helicopter type thing.
Or this is a bit of a spoiler. Is it like in One Piece where like they have the ability to like step on the air?
Yeah, cool.
I mean, I don't know if you've seen that. Have you seen that yet?
Yes, it was the. Was it the one in just before Thriller Bark, the prison thingy? You had that. The ship crew guys, they had all ability and they could step on the air and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that was a brilliant one.
Another duo.
I think that's how they learned to fly. Is they learned from like the One Piece world.
They were very fast runners though, duo. So you never know.
I mean, technically, they say that Superman doesn't actually fly. He actually jumps and just keeps jumping. So, but that was in his early stage where, he used to just jump like long distances and everyone just assumed he was flying.
Well, yeah.
But that was from, I think, Smallville, the prequel to Superman.
It was only a prequel up till the later series. It was he was actually Superman in the end. The last few seasons, I think it was.
Yeah, but I think it was from a different type world. I think they said because obviously
that was just showing you how he learned to fly. That's how he started, by jumping.
I mean, I quite liked Smallville myself.
The only power that Superman uses, I think, but he never actually used in Smallville or in the things, is the one where he fires the beam from the S crest on his chest.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Because I think he's only ever fired that when he's been on the cartoons. He's never actually done it in a movie or in Smallville. That was like his most powerful attack.
I thought his most powerful attack was, his fists of steel. Imagine being punched by Superman.
One Punch Man.
Well, as they say, One Punch Man, Saitama, he has a 100% win rate. So, even Superman has a weakness. Saitama doesn't. Well, no, Saitama's weakness is missing a deal.
Fluffy, use Growl.
Fluffy.
Fluffy. I think he is fluffy.
Wow, from the looks of it, very.
Looks like a shaved poodle. Poodle sheep.
Yeah, well, touch that ball on its tail and...
or is it just Ampharos wearing a fur coat, like a fur, around his neck and on top of his head? He's technically got the rest of the body there and the tail and stuff. I know he's not the right colour for Ampharos yet, but he's getting there, I love Ampharos.
But, think about it this way. Since we know that the shiny is pink, does that mean we're fighting against the shiny Fluffy?
I don't know if shiny Fluffy was pink, I just remember shiny Marip was like a pink colour.
Yeah, and then obviously you've got Ampharos where their body is like,
I don't remember the colours of Florphy and Ampharos on the shiny form. I just remember Florphy being like a pink colour.
It's not Florphy, it's Flaffy.
Florphy.
Flaffy.
It's meant to be like bar. That's why I know it's Florphy.
I've never heard anyone call it Florphy.
It's a sheep. Sheep go bar, so it's going to be Florphy. That's the joke in the name, the gimmick. Well, that's just what I'm getting, like common sense from sheep.
Alright guys, if you agree with like West,
subscribe.
Well, that too. But no, just say, type West.
Like.
Just type in like West in the comments. If you agree with myself, type in East.
Like the video for East, subscribe for West.
But that's,
So we'll count the subscriptions and we'll count the likes and see what goes up more. We're currently on, I don't know what we're on at the moment actually. $307 experience points just for the Psyduck.
Well, Psyduck is very powerful. Just don't give it a headache.
Yes, else you'll be, else you'll find yourself levitating and then get thrown at a wall or something. Hey, there's a sailor. Hey, sailor.
I always found it like, quite strange how Psyduck is actually one of the most powerful in the animated series.
Wait till he becomes a Golduck.
Yeah, but I don't think he ever becomes a Golduck. He stays a Psyduck.
No, he does evolve.
Oh,
do you remember that one episode where she thinks her Psyduck evolved to the Golduck? Because he had that show off Golduck. And I think not long after, her Psyduck he does evolve.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that one. Or maybe I haven't, forgot about it.
I need to rewatch all the anime at some point. Starting from, Kanto, the first season, go all the way up to the modern. It's like 20 odd seasons now, isn't there, altogether?
Yeah, I mean, I stopped watching some time ago because I found it quite a hard place to watch it. I mean, there was Pokemon TV, however, the only problem with that is it doesn't have all the episodes. They, rotate the seasons, so sometimes it's hard to watch in a concurrent, fashion.
Yeah, I want to watch the Orange Island ones and that again.
Because it only goes up to like 50 episodes on Pokemon TV, and most places only do up to 50 episodes, and that's halfway through, Ash's Kanto journey.
Yeah. And then there was 20 episodes or 30 of the Orange Island as well after that, before he goes to Johto.
Yes, and
I really want to watch that because I want to see the Crystal Onyx.
And the Pokemon Company didn't even know what to do with the GS ball, so it literally faded into, obscurity, but everybody remembers the GS ball. They have still never officially confirmed what the GS ball was for.
I mean, I don't even know what GS means. What does GS mean?
Yeah, no one knows. That's the whole point, is, there's this GS ball, it's got the initials GS engraved in the Pokeball, and no one knows what it's actually for.
Foresight. Identified brawler. You identified me too late because now you're going to faint from my rock throw. Oh, not quite.
Not dedicated enough. That's what it is.
Low kick. I kick you in your.
I'm surprised
your knees.
Noctowl didn't fly up when you tried to kick him.
I know. Only needs to flap a little bit up off the ground, low kick and all that. Do. This iconic music in this little area. You always know the Moo forms nearby when you hear that music. May I see your Pokemon? Of course you can.
Well, I prefer it not to be in a battle, but if we need to.
Oh, Peppy's so cute. Look at that smile.
It's a giant beetroot. It literally is a beetroot, isn't it?
I would have said so, yeah. Can't think of anything else really.
I don't know why, I just never thought about it until now, and just looking at it, it's just like, that's a giant beetroot. Same colour, same eyes, same mouth.
There are a few evolutions I didn't like how a fish evolved into be an octopus, you know. Remoraid into Octillery, that doesn't work for me.
Yes, but don't forget, this is the Pokemon world. It's not based off real life, you know.
I know.
It's just like how everyone always assumes that Dragonair shouldn't evolve into Dragonite, but it does.
Yeah, I know. I've seen some fan-made ones of them, and the fan-made one actually looks more accurate and how it should evolve. I think it should have been a 4-tier evolution. I mean, I know Pokemon haven't introduced a 4-tier one yet, but there's still time.
I feel like they technically did with the Mega Evolutions. It wasn't like obviously like permanent. It was temporary power up. But it makes me wonder. They did this like temporary like power up, and yet Digimon didn't like try and sue them for it.
Yeah, I remember because I know technically the Mega Evolved forms actually they do become the base stats go over 600, which does make them like legendary powerful when they're Mega Evolved. Not all of them, but most of them. Like I know Mega Rayquaza is the most powerful Pokemon out of all of them.
It is completely banned from all.
Mega Rayquaza was OP. It's broken.
Like they're saying that like once you had a Mega Rayquaza on, victory was guaranteed basically.
The highest unusable Pokemon actually there was Eternamax Eternatus. Had over a base stat of over 1,000 because data miners data mined Sword and Shield, and they found that Eternamax one, the one that wiped all of Leon's Pokemon out, and then you had to step in. Basically, that was base stat of over 1,000, and then when it first breaks out of the ball, it weakens down to around 700 or 800.
So basically, we still beat it.
It's the most unusable OP Pokemon ever. Eternamax Eternatus was.
I think one of the Mewtwo Max Evolutions was equal to, I can't remember if it's X or Y. I think
Y had a special attack, I think it was, and
it might have been Y then, but
X had more defense maybe, I can't remember.
Then if that's the case, then I think like Mewtwo Y was nearly on the same tier level as Mega Rayquaza.
Well, yeah, they're all cool Pokemon. I mean, they're bringing back Mega Evolution in ZA, so I'm very happy about that. And there's going to be some lost Mega forms that they're bringing in, like how they did with Arceus, but that'll be good to see some ones that we've not seen yet.
But it also makes you think this is set in the past, so those forms have disappeared.
Yeah. But there's been speculation to say now that there's a new super type on ZA from Datamine. So we don't know if this is a new type or it's similar to like the Stellar type on Scarlet and Violet, where it's not actually a new type, but there's something that it basically boosts its power.
I think it's going to be more like the Stellar. I can't see them. I mean, everyone's been speculating that there's going to be a new form, a new type for ages, but
I think they should make two new types just to round it off at 20, because they stopped at 18 and there is more, or either do that or make some triple types, new triple type Pokemon.
I mean, if they're making it triple type, it makes it a lot more, confusing then, I think.
I just think, you know, there's ideas out there they can play with.
But if you also think about it, well, this game is designed for a lot of kids as well. So if you start introducing triple typing, you're not really expecting them to be able to understand the mechanics too well.
What I would like, however, though, I'll go on about this, is I would like a game like where you could... It's similar to BDSP where you had an underground, but on the newer game you could create a portal sort of anywhere with like Palkia or Dialga in your party or something, and you could go to an alternate dimension of that area where you could find different items and different Pokemon in that area, and then you can go back through the portal.
I mean...
Like another dimension type of thing,
they
that would be
did
really
that
good.
Already with like the Dream Radar and the others, you know.
No, I mean something that spans the entire map, like the underground.
I mean, I know what you mean.
Not just one little area or two areas. I mean the whole map can be You can go into a parallel version of the whole map, so it's basically two games in one, but you've got a parallel version of it, and you can get to it through these portals. That would be so good.
Yes, but that'll also be a DLC content.
Yeah, but it's an idea for Pokemon if you're listening. That would be very interesting to see. And a few more of the dungeons, you know. And
I mean, if that was the case, then the only thing I can think of would be, is it Darkrise? You know, in the Shadow world. Shadow world, is it?
Darkrai was, yeah.
Yeah, because obviously Darkrai was banished.
I think more Shadow as well could access that as well, I think.
Yes. But I think like they did do that.
Bloom's evolving. Oh! Whoa, whoa!
Looking good.
Yes!
Oh, yeah.
Jumpluff. You got some big cotton spores on you now. You're now a cotton plant. Basically.
I mean, yeah, still not my favourite.
No, he's not mine either, but I just thought, you know, he's one of them Pokemon that aren't really used, so I thought I'd just use him, you know, just make some use out of him, just to show people that you can use any Pokemon in the game and, you know, keep him till the end. Most people, I think, when they choose Pokemon, they just choose them because they like the look of them anyway. They don't really care about the, you know, the power or the stats when they first play the game. I know I don't. I usually just play with what I like the look of.
We should do what like people did on, you know, before. Just get a load of Rat-a-tats and
Oh yeah, yeah.
use the Endeavour and Quick Attack move.
Level 1 Rattata beating everything. Oh, that'd be so good. Bye bye Pikachu. Pokefan Roof was defeated.
Because that's actually banned from international like
Mum's calling.
competitions as well.
Yeah, there is a few things that are banned.
Mythicals and like legendaries generally aren't banned. However, they are usually you're only usually allowed one legendary.
I'm unsure on the rules of the, you know, Pokemon battles tournaments.
I mean, I don't really follow it myself. Obviously, like, I don't really do competitive battling.
You know, I'm more of exploring the story and getting the most out of the game. You know, filling my Pokédex, shiny hunting, and exploring everywhere in the game. Really.
I mean, I won't lie. I wouldn't mind going to join international competitions at some point, but you know, there's a lot that goes into it. You have to know the Pokemon very well. You need to know the stats and everything. It's a whole lot.
Mint berry. Oh, I like mint.
Mint berry does.
I like mint berries. Oh, there's a Moo Moo is sick. It needs lots of berries. I remember this. I think if you give it, I think I'll give it some berries in a minute. But I think when you give it so many, I think you get some free Moo Moo milk or something.
Yes, and I remember this is like where Shuckle came into play. If you put a berry into the Shuckle, you get a Shuckle juice, was it? Or berry juice?
Yeah, it was more effective. lots of milk if I feed it lots of berries. So he's pretty much saying to you there, if you keep giving it berries, you'll get lots of milk. But the Moo Moo milk's quite a good value for how much, health it heals you as well, to buy them from the shop.
200?
Moo, it cries weak, give it a berry. That's no more, but sorry, Miltank. I gave you one, I've got to move on though, I'm afraid.
See, this is what's confusing. One of the Miltanks is sick, but, he can't produce milk with any of these, just that one Miltank.
Moo. Moo. There's no blue ones there, so we know none of them are shiny,
Wow, obviously until we go into a proper sprite with them, you won't be able to tell.
Yeah, it's agreeing with you, it's nodding, saying yes, you're correct, sir. You are correct, East.
Where are you going?
They kind of look like hunched over Charizards, don't you think? Sort of like this. No? Yeah? So the ears sort of look like horns. Hey, Sailor Boy. Would you like a battle? Yeah, I'm going to do some grinding again soon, I think. Because our levels are quite low now. And we are going to be matching the gym leaders. The gym leaders are going to be matching us. Oh, a big, strong Sailor.
Yeah, but none of the gym leaders are really, too difficult now. Compared to,
Whitney was OP for where she was, I think.
I mean, I don't know that many people who have managed to beat Whitney in the first go, unless they've replayed the game and.
What I would like as well, I don't know if you agree with this, is if the Pokemon Company from the next gen onwards, they introduce difficulty levels, so you could have standard, which is like this style gaming, or you could have like a harder one where you have to EV train your Pokemon and actually, it's much harder to win the battles.
I mean, yes, it would be nice to be able to do that, but it's a bit too difficult for them to implement because the game is already such a huge, huge game as it is.
I just think, they could do it. Not so much with the wild Pokemon, but with trainer battles.
Well, yeah, the trainers will be static, really, so. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is pretty doable, but it depends on the capabilities of, whatever they're using at the time.
Yeah, I mean, not make them too overpowerful, but they are more, formidable opponents, at least. At least more, say probably 30% more difficult than they are. Not overpowered.
I mean, I would like a good hard battle where, the chance of me losing is actually real.
Yeah, where you actually, you're surviving by 2 Pokemon or 1 Pokemon remaining, you just get scathed through the battle. I would like that sort of stuff implemented. And at least have the option so you can play like this so kids can still enjoy it, and then there's an option for the veterans. Something for everyone, really. And I hope as well that, the shiny sprites, that they were like Legends Arceus, where you can see the sparkles from them, because I did enjoy that feature in the game.
Yes, but I've also read, online that a few people have said that made it too easy to find shinies and they want to have it removed completely from the games. And I'm just like, okay, they like a challenge. They don't have to, get shinies that way. They've got other games where they could get shinies, but they were saying it's too easy to get, to find shinies that way.
It's not too easy because the shiny odds are still the same. Just because some of the Pokemon look remotely the same as the normal sprite, so I think with them Pokemon, you should have that option to, see the sparkles. The option should be there so you can enable that mode or disable it, so it's to the user, really.
Yeah, but then that'll be going into the realms of a different console. Because, okay, yes, the Switch 2 is just like, is around now, but...
It's only a feature you could easily, switch on and off. Just like turning subtitles on or subtitles off. It's the same. Give the users the option. They play the game then how they want to play the game. Right, let's swap Chixie out because he is suffering a bit. But we need to use him so he actually levels up. Scratch. You scratch a rock, you get blunt claws. Now I'm going to low kick you.
Oh, it's dead. Tooth is going to be chipped.
Low kick. Apart from that, Meowth's standing on its 2s, not 4s. Maybe it's standing on its 4s now it's had a low kick. Know your place, Meowth. Know your place.
Well, now I'm just wondering, is that no... Now, since the Meowth sprites are all going to be like that now, are they going to rechange the entry of Meowth to say that they all stand on 2 feet?
Right, we're in Olivine City now, so that is good. Olivine City, the port town. Oh, hello. You again? Are you so surprised to see me? I am going around the gyms, Pokemon at the Lighthouse. Just let sick Pokemon go. No, that's not the right attitude.
Well, to be honest, we're not that weak.
You could say we beat him on every single occasion we fought him. He calls us weak. So that one's a steel user. The steel clad gym leader.
Luckily, we've got a fighting type Pokemon.
Would you like it? Yes, we would. Good Rod. I'd love them to do more with the fishing as well in the new games. Like where you can change lures. Similar to the Monster Hunter games, where you can change lures to attract certain types of fish or Pokemon. You could do it on this, with the lures. Or change baits and stuff.
Yeah, to go for like a specific type of Pokemon.
Yeah, rather than have different rods, I've just get different lures where you can, different towns sell different lures sort of thing. So as you're going around exploring, you can get different lures and catch different ones.
Do you know what I really want them to do? Is I want them to bring like the dive mechanic back.
Yeah, I like dive. I mean, when they had that as a HM as well, didn't they, at one point?
Yeah, because then I remember when you could go underneath the sea and explore underneath the sea.
Gen 3, I believe that was.
Yes.
Dive. Because wasn't that when you had to dive down to get the Reggie? You had to dive into that cave and then you had to walk on those certain steps.
Yeah, you had to use dive for a lot of the stuff actually. Because there was one of the islands that you couldn't get to, then one of the cities you couldn't get to unless you knew dive.
Yeah, they did restrict you like that with HMs back in the old game, so you couldn't skip the game. They put the next town, you had to use Whirlpool or Waterfall or whatever to get to it. Whereas open world ones, which Pokemon are sort of trying to move towards now, they can't restrict you like that with things.
I mean, I like the idea of it because, the idea of, going to what one gym leader before the next.
HM04.
Strength? Surf? I can't remember.
HM4 was safe, I believe, yeah.
I don't even know if strength is a HM. Is there a strength HM on this one?
Yes, I believe so. We are really close yet.
We've been through a lot of battles.
Sailor in the Olivine Calf next door is really generous. Yeah, taught his Pokemon strength, so the sailor that is HMO4 strength. He just had the sailor and the calf next door taught my Pokemon strength.
Oh, so
we know now, at least we don't have to check. We know it's all his strength.
I was right the first time round, it was strength.
Yeah. So we'll teach the move now, and then whatever. That'll make us a good dragon striker later. All those Dragonarts we need to battle later on. Good move, Ice Punch. I remember back in a lot of the generations when I used to learn it Ice Punch, and it's got a very good, it seemed to freeze them quite often. Contains strength, yes indeed.
Is there the move deleter in this one or not?
Yes, I believe so.
The only way to delete HM moves.
Yeah, I think the first gen didn't have one at all. Gen 1. I think they thought about that when they released this one. And then later on, you didn't need any move deleter, you could just forget it.
You needed the move deleter up for a couple of gens after this, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, later, from Sun and Moon, you had Pokemon doing all the jobs. Right, guys, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And Wes signing out.
He's signing out too.
Right by the ridge, drink like the sausage, feeling like the club, gonna be the best. Pushing all the barriers and playing for a game. Say Super War and remember our name.